Hi, Dr. Joanna McMillan here, nutrition scientist and mum of 2 boys. So I'm always looking for appliances that can help me make healthier versions of some of their favourite dishes. So I was delighted when Philips asked me to have a test run of their digital air fryer with TurboStar Technology. And I've got to say, I am mighty impressed. In here, you can basically cook anything that you might deep fry, shallow fry, grill or bake. They can all be cooked in this machine. I'm going to make some potato chips with both sweet potato and regular potato and serve it with a polenta crumb fish finger. So this is going to be a real family favourite. I hope the kids will love it. Mine certainly do. So what I've done here is just chop my potatoes up into chip shapes. Now you'll notice that I've left the skin on, so all you need to do is scrub your potatoes. Much of the fibre and lots of the phytochemicals, things like the antioxidants, are there right under the skin. So you want to leave it as intact as you can. All we do is pour over a little extra virgin olive oil. It's basically the healthiest fat you can use. We're adding good fats and we're adding a whole bunch of antioxidants there with that oil. Just a sprinkle of salt. We don't want too much salt, just enough to bring out the flavour. And I like to add, this is optional, but I like to add just a little bit of sweet or smoked paprika. And then just give them a little toss to coat with oil. And we are ready to air fry. So if I just pull out here, what I want to show you is the TurboStar Technology. So if I remove the basket, you can see there this star shape on the bottom. Now what that does is it allows the air to circulate around the food so that the outside stays perfectly crispy and the inside perfectly moist. So all we do is pop our basket in. The chips go into the basket, and then we just pop the basket into the air fryer, turn on, and we turn the temperature up to 200 and the time to 20 minutes. And press go. Now while the chips are cooking, we can prepare our fish fingers. Now I've just grabbed mine from the fridge. I'm using barramundi, but you can basically use any firm white fish that you like. And I've just cut it into the shapes that I want for my fish fingers. Now to make the crumb, all we need to do is some egg wash. So crack an egg into a bowl and just give it a little whisk with a fork. Now for the crumb, we're going to use polenta, which is just a cornmeal, so it's a whole grain. This is my secret ingredient, which are some just finely chopped up macadamia nuts. Just gives it a wonderful flavour, but also adds some moistness to that crumb. Now you can use really any herbs you like. I've chosen to use some dill, which goes really well with fish, and just some fresh flat leaf parsley. A pinch of salt. We don't want too much. You can always add a little more if you need to later. And if you want, a touch of pepper. And give it a good mix up. And just using your fingers, you can break up any of those larger crumbs. So we've got a nice breadcrumb-like texture. And now, making sure, of course, your hands are clean, here's what we do. And I'll give you a tip so this doesn't get too messy. Use one hand for the egg. Pop it into your crumb and use the other hand to crumb. A simple thing, but it makes it so much less messy. And we just repeat with all of our fish fingers. Okay, now our chips are ready. So let me show you how fabulous these look. So they're perfectly crispy, wonderful chips. I'm just going to pop them onto an oven-proof plate. And pop them into the oven to keep warm while we cook the fish. So now we're ready to cook our fish. So all I'm going to do first is just give them a little bit of a spray with some extra virgin olive oil. And then pop into my air fryer. Now the beauty here is that if you've made more fish than you really need for that night, you can keep these in the fridge for a day or two or pop them into Ziploc bags straight into your freezer, and you can cook them directly from the freezer in your air fryer for those nights when you really don't want to have to cook. Then we just pop into the machine, turn on. We're still at 200, and this time we're cooking just for 10 minutes. Press go. Our fish fingers are ready, so we can now serve. So Take a look, there we go. They're absolutely perfect. Golden brown, they're crispy on the outside, but that fish is still beautifully succulent on the inside. So we can serve this up. Now I would serve it with a gorgeous green salad to boost that plant food content. But the beauty of this machine is not only was that super fast, but I've been able to use the best top quality extra virgin olive oil that I want to use, and I've been able to use far less oil, so it's a healthier meal for the family. This is sure to be a family favorite.
Innovation anew. Philips.